Alright, peace. What up? I just want to do a little quick video. Again, this little part two to how our people, people will become, like I did in the Byword video, how we would, it says like in Deuteronomy 21, the curses, um, how our people become a byword among the other nations, and how our names will eventually change, but not, and we won't be given, in our captivity, we would wake up to the fact that we're the people of the book, the children of Israel, but we won't be called, by our God-given name, that being, the Israelites. So, like the curse in Deuteronomy 28, I believe 37 says. Actually, I'm gonna get it. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay. All right. Okay. Bet. So, Deuteronomy 28 and 37, it says, and it reads, of course, and thou shalt become astonishment, a byword among all nations, whither thou shalt lead thee. So, yeah, this is talking about especially our people now and how our names will change over time, especially with this generation, of Israelites and of our people, how we become, be known as African American, Negro, so-called Black, and that was one of the curses on our people. But I want to go into Tobit because chapter 3, verse 4, it kind of happened at Tobit's time. But even though in this time we still knew who we were, we still knew that we were the Israelites. But it's just one of the things in Scripture is called dual prophecy, because dual prophecy is something that happened then, that happened then, and it's happening now. So this is kind of happened uh, during Tobit's time. Um, you know, just Tobit chapter 3 and I'll start verse 3. Remember me and look upon me and punish me not for my sins and ignorances and the sins of my fathers who had sinned before thee. Verse 4, for they had obeyed not thy commandments, wherefore thou hast delivered us for a spoil unto captivity and unto death, for a proverb of reproach to all the nations amongst whom we are dispersed. So that kind of lines up with, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. But I wanna be right here. I kind of wanna analyze this more because during this time in Syria, like we had, we knew that you know we were the Israelites. We knew that who we were. So, but this is just kind of relevant today. So that's why I chose to read it. Because I'm pretty sure during that time, I think this is Tobit's time, but it's during the Syrian captivity in Syria or Babylon. I could be wrong, but they kind of knew they knew that they were the Israelites, but you know, but I think here is like going into it even can be irrelevant to now, like it says in Deuteronomy 28 and 37, how we would be a proverb, or like a byword among the nations that we are uh, dispersed to captive where we're scattered at. All the places we're scattered at, because that's what happened. That's what's going. Yeah, that's what happened. We, over time, being that we sinned against the Most High. That was one of the curses that was put on us. So I'll read it again. For they have obeyed not thy commandments, wherefore thou hast delivered us for a spoil unto captivity and unto death for a proverb of reproach to all the nations whom we are dispersed. So yeah, it says, we become like a proverb of reproach to all nations that, we were dispersed, we were scattered to. So that kind of lines up with one of the curses in, Deuteronomy 28, how, our name would change over time, our identity, we're still like, still the Israelites, but we won't even know it. So, but of course, as the scriptures prophecy would be fulfilled, that more of our people will wake up that they're the actual people of the book. So, and going into dual prophecy, I want to get a little scripture precept on that. How? certain times in scriptures talking about then, at that point, and now. I'm pretty sure during Tobit's time they knew that they were Israelites, but that was just one of the things. It happened even during his time. I, so how it says it'll be a proverb among nations that we're dispersed. So let's get. I want to get Job. Get Job. Actually, I want to read. I want to read it in the. I want to see how it reads in the. Reads in the Oxford Study Bible. I want to see how it reads. Okay, this is Job chapter 3 and verse 4 in the Oxford Study Bible. It says, now, I'll get to 4. We have sinned against you and disobeyed your commandments, and you have given us up to the spoiler, to a captivity and death, and until we have become a proverb and a byword, we are taunted by all nations among whom you have scattered us. So yeah, that's basically saying the same thing. I will become a proverb and byword. So it even says it like during Tobit's time, but but me personally, I'm just thinking that they would know that they were Israelites, but it's like I think this is talking about then and now, but I think this is more as an analyze. It's more talking about how in Psalms it said we have become oh my gosh, paraphrasing how we become like it says somewhere in Psalms we become like a joke to a laughing stock among the heathen, something like that. I think it's in Psalms, so that's why I think this is kind of giving that. But this is kind of going. When I read this earlier, it's kind of going into more like now lining up with one of the curses in Deuteronomy 28 and 37 are people how we our names, our identity would change over time. What's being called Negroes, so-called African Americans or black or whatnot. So yeah, the more I think about it. But let me start. Let me get what I was going to get. Get Job going into what I said about dual prophecy. This is the book of Job, chapter 11, verse 6. And he would shew thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double, to which is. No, therefore God exacted of thee less than thine iniquity deserveth. So I want to focus on where it says, it will shew thee thy secrets that are double. So it's kind of like going into dual prophecy, stuff that's happened then as well as relevant then, and stuff that's happening now. So and in the future. So yeah, that's why I made that point in dual prophecy. So I'll see how it reads in the in the Oxford again. So this is the book of Job, chapter 11, verse 6. To expound to you the secrets of wisdom, for wonderful are its achievements. Know then that God exacts from you less than your sin deserves. Okay, so it kind of reads differently here. So, but because it's Oxford, so it kind of reads differently. But that was the point I really wanted to make on that of dual prophecy, how stuff is relevant then and now. There's a bunch of scriptures, a bunch of times, periods in history that it's talking about then and talking about now. Yeah, that's really all I wanted on that. That's all I really wanted to touch on. So hope all is well. So peace.